Hi there. My name is Lamar Shelton, and please don't get me mixed up with all these skeletons around here. I'm not from this place. I was born down in Greenville, Georgia, back in December 2nd of 25, and on December 2nd of 43, I joined the military, served in World War II. In 48, I left the military at the rank of sergeant. I moved to Atlanta to get a job. There I met a beautiful lady on a blind date, Miss Rachel Scroggs. She is from a beautiful little town just north of Atlanta called Kennesaw. I married that girl that year, best thing I ever did. My days in Atlanta, I worked for Tilford Yard, a railroad yard run by Louisville and Nashville Railroad. Boy, that was one dangerous job. Early part of my job there was managing and working on these steam engines until technology came in and I had to work and manage diesel engines. That was a big step up. Eventually, I was able to move up to the control tower. That meant no more yard work and no more injuries to this Mr. Shelton. I have to toot my horn that on many occasions, I ran the entire railroad all the way from Jacksonville all the way up to Cincinnati with just a radio, a telephone, and a pencil. I wonder if they could do that nowadays. Don't think so. Also, I was able to clean up a lot of messes on that railroad. In doing so, I got quite a reputation. I even got a nickname, Hickernut. Where that one came from, I do not know. I got a good story. I have a bunch of them. You know this general right up the road here? Well, they brought her down from Chattanooga down to Atlanta. Well, we had to get her up there from Atlanta, so I knew the engineer. And one morning over the radio it said, Hickernut, she's on her way. And I shut down the entire railroad from Atlanta to Kennesaw so she could have a safe trip up. That afternoon, I got a call over the radio again. Hickernut, she's here, and the railroad's all yours. Well, with technology coming in, this computer stuff, I saw the writing on the wall. In '86, I threw the towel in and retired after 38 years. Matter of fact, I loved retirement. It meant the old farmer could come out in me and I can grow tomatoes in my front yard. Yep. Bought a little house right up here, right next to the Baptist church. There, Rachel and I raised 3 boys. Stephen, David, and Mickey. I was proud of those boys being so close to home. Stephen, he became a principal in middle school, and David and Mickey both become firefighters. I was real proud of my family, and I really loved them. As I said, back in retirement, I was able to go tomatoes out in our front yard. That way that Rachel, which is now called Nana, and me, I was called Granddad by the family. We could have fresh tomatoes out in our every evening. Also, since 1960, we've always had horses and cows in our yard. I understand they're still there. One of the priorities I had in retirement was taking care of others. Got a story about that too. One cold day, I was out working the front yard there at the Baptist church, and I looked over there on the side and I said, man was sitting there. His shoes were so tattered, they were getting ready to fall off on his feet. Well, I walked over to that man and said, son, what happened to your shoes? He looked up at me with a sad face, and he said, sir, I don't have any other shoes. I can't afford shoes. Well, me being the person I am, I knew that man needed shoes more than I did. And I took my shoes off and gave it to that man. And with a tear in his eye and a smile on his face, he said, thank you. I walked home that cold day barefooted. I walked in that house barefooted. My sons came up and said, Granddad, what happened to your shoes? And I told them the story. Something else I'm really proud of is I never used a lawyer. Never needed one. My handshake and my word were bond. You could take it to the bank. And I was so proud of that. Unfortunately, and I passed away February 18th of 2020. My family moved me up here. Put me right next to my Nana. So Granddad and Nana be together again. That meant a lot. Now, I understand that they have put just north of Louisville, Lewis Street, right outside of Big Shady Barbershop, running by Shannon, they put a park bench out there with my history on it. You ought to go up there and sit on that bench and read a little history about me. And also, do me a favor, stick your head into that barbershop and say, "Hey, Shannon, Lamar sent me. I'm tired and I got to rest. Y'all come see me." Yeah.